The central bank governor of the Philippines tells me there can be no economic recovery without an effective vaccine rollout. Now, his country's been fighting a persistent wave of COVID infections and plans to vaccinate up to 70 million people by the end of the year. I spoke exclusively to Governor Benjamin Diokno a short while ago.
Without the vaccine rollout, there can be no economic recovery in any country. We're convinced about that. And in fact, we're moving swiftly along those lines. We plan to vaccinate maybe 50 to 70 million out of 100 million Filipinos before the end of the year. And that's the program now. So focus on vaccination. The economy is fine. And so that's the way to solve this problem.
Can we talk digital? Everybody is obsessed with digital. And yet a Fed governor said only this week that it was like a fad. Cryptocurrency, digital currencies, like a fad, parachute pants. Do you think it's coming, we know it's coming, but where do you see the role of digital currency? And are you working on your own?
Well, first of all, when I assumed office as central bank governor 2 years ago, I made my vision very clear. I want to shift from a cash-heavy to a cash-light society. In fact, the ultimate goal is a cash-less society. That's possible, but not within my term. So we went that track, and I said that by 2023, 50% of all financial transactions should be in digital form, and that 70% of Filipino adults should have a financial account. And you know, the effect of the pandemic is that this has accelerated the move towards digitalization in the Philippines. But on the digital, the CBDC, what is central bank digital currency, I have organized a technical working group to look at it, and we made a survey of our colleagues in this region. And I think the adoption of digital CBDC, I think that's at least still 5 years away. So we feel that there may not be no need for it. We need to train our people, and maybe we'll go into it at some point. But
right, but
in the next 5 years.
Okay, so so what you're talking about is the digital payment mechanism, in a sense, the cash light, cashless, but the digital payments and I can certainly see that has a huge attraction. But I'm wondering, as a central bank governor, are you worried about the growth of digital currencies, cryptos, if you like, because of the risk systemic risk they potentially pose, and B, obviously they are used for nefarious means?
I share the views of most central bankers in the world that could pose a danger to the financial system. So we have to go slow on this cryptocurrency, but on the CBDC, I think we should continue to study it, train our people, and maybe at some point we'll adopt central bank digital currency, but not cryptocurrency.
Are there tensions at the moment, or are things smooth sailing? Because at some point, inevitably, governments want to do what central bankers think is not right.
Yeah, but you know, in this position, you also have to be realistic. I think in some countries they think the central bank is God. I think you have to have a very healthy attitude towards your position. We make mistakes too, and monetary policy is not the only game in town. We can't solve all the problems in the world, so we can play a supportive role. We can make some major role, but we cannot solve all the problems in the world.
Are you worried about a rise in interest rates in the developed world?
Well, I think the difference between the taper tantrum in a few years ago and this time is that there's forward guidance by the Fed that they plan to do these things, say 2-3 years from now. And so it's up to individual countries to make adjustments.
The central bank governor of the Philippines.